What's going on, everyone? So, on this video, we're going to talk about why you should focus on good setups opposed to trying to make X amount of dollars. So, I know a lot of traders, they come into the markets and they're just so struck on trying to make money. And don't get me wrong, we trade to make money, but you don't want to let that be your the thing that drives you into why you trade and to how you want to like base your overall day around, because now if you don't make that amount of money now, you probably don't have that same energy level as you wanted to, or if the market don't move how you want, you it might make you get into over leveraging or trading with bad habits. So this is why you just want to more so focus on something like, this week I'm going to only trade two good setups. Like, I don't care about how much money I make. I'm just making sure that I focus on two good setups that fit me favorably. I'm not chasing the market. I'm letting the market come to me and present certain characteristics that I like that I find favorable with my trading strategy. So those are kind of how you want to trade the market. You don't want to just go into the market knowing you need to make money. It's better to just wait for that favorable setup that fits your actual trading style. So in this case right here, this is GBP Japanese yen on the 4-hour, and you can clearly see that if you trade, this would be a head and shoulders pattern. So right here, it would be the left shoulder. Right here, this would be the head, and then this would be the right shoulder. So more importantly, I understand the actual reversal patterns, and I see them, but I don't let that be the reason why I buy or sell. Like, it's all about price action. Like, overall, those patterns are important, but it's just more so about the price action. So even though this made a head and shoulders pattern, the more important thing is how the market eventually made that breakout. Like, it broke strongly below the neckline, right? So now, seeing something like this as a trader, we know that we're not about to look for sales down here. It's a high probability setup. We just stay patient and wait for the market to potentially push back up. And the best scenario would be if it could push back up, reach within the neckline, because the neckline is the median area of the head and shoulders right here between both shoulders. And if the market could push back up and retest that and find resistance, then this is a high probability sell up in this level. So that would be something that we would like to wait for. It doesn't matter about, like, if I had the mindset of trying to make $500 opposed to just going in like, okay, like, instead of me just trying to make $500, let me just wait for this clear setup, and then I'm gonna just like trade comfortably. I don't need to rush. I could place whatever position fits your account size, and you can catch this trade and more than likely swing it back down to the downside because it's a breakout retest of the head and shoulders pattern. So also, you can draw a Fibonacci retracement from this shoulder down to the overall low, like that. And you can see the 61.8 aligns with the neckline. So that's just more confluence of why we should just wait for the market to potentially show if it could even have the momentum to push back into that level. And if it does and it finds resistance, this would be a high. We would look for heavy sales within this area. And then overall, the TP would come in around the negative 24, which aligns with around 133 support level. All right, So just like that, the market is 4 hours. So mind you, each candle takes 4 hours to close. So eventually the market pushed up to that level that we wanted it to come up to. Hit the 61.8. So it pushed up for 4 hours. Stayed in that level for 8 hours. Stayed in that level for 12 hours. And then for 16 hours, it was in that level. Then we finally got that strong bearish engulfing that pushed price back below the 50 EMA and also pushed price back below 135.5. And now from that, because we had that we had price find resistance and breakout, the most we would look for is a slight pullback to potentially come back lower. But if it doesn't pull back overall, we're looking for the market to reach that negative 24, which would come in around 133. So even if you took the sales from this point here and wrote it down to the overall negative 24 like that, how many pips would that have been? From here down, just shy of 250 pips just off of seeing something like this. So this is what I'm saying. Like, instead of you focusing on the money, like if you find a setup like this, you don't have to over leverage. You could just trade comfortably and then just ride down the winning trade and hold your winners until the overall TP hits. And then once you're in profit, just move your stop loss to in profit, to where even if the market were to come back around and 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 come back and hit your initial order, the most that happens is you break even. So you know what I mean? Like that's risk free trading. That's how you want to get most of your trades, is to be risk free. That way, even if you do, even if the market comes back to where you got in at, like going break even is a lot better than a loss. All right, so yeah, overall you would look for the market to push back down, and this is pretty much just trading in good setups, not trying to force the market, letting the market come to you. And just like that, you would have seen the market just, it would make no strong pullbacks. It just continued the bearish momentum and then overall hit that TP. So this is why we like to focus on good setups opposed to just trying to focus on making money, because the good setups leads to making pips, which leads to making money. So you kind of want to look at it like that. You don't want to have money be the forefront of what you're thinking about. You want to think about trading with proper risk management and also trying to find those good setups, because that's what leads to what you're going to be looking for, which is to be profitable.